Right.
And he said it shouldn't be sex before marriage. And talking about sexual compatibility too. What if the person does not meet up to your sexual demands? You don't know yet. But is it okay when you want to just try and test and see if you're actually sexually compatible?
Bring me a bucket of water.
And then ask God for forgiveness.
How many of us know that that's a very important question? Yeah. How do you know if a guy is sexually good and you don't want surprises when you get married? Is that not so? Okay, so first of all, as Christians, there is no way by which we can know before we get married. Is that okay? That is a fundamental part of our Christian faith. We don't test to know. All right? We go by faith. Is that okay? And anything that is not done by faith, the Bible says it is sin.
The first thing I would like to say about this issue of sexual compatibility is that, okay, first of all, this is for Christian. The concept is Christianity. So if you're not part of it, if you're not part of the Christendom, this will not make sense to you. All right, just keep your opinions to yourself if you're not a Christian. So do it the way you normally do. But for Christians, people who believe in Jesus and God, who wants to do it the right way, because this lady asking, she obviously wants to do it the right way. She doesn't know. If you can hear from her voice, you will know that she really just want to know. Now, the thing is that there are so many ways to go about this, but the best way is to ask. And this is very important. When you are dating someone, ask questions. You are dating your spouse, you're dating your guy or your girl, ask questions. They will come to a place where you will ask questions. First of all, look for spiritual alignment. If you and this person are spiritually aligned, then look for emotional connection. Emotional connection must be there. If it's not there, don't go ahead. I'm telling you the truth, don't go ahead. All right, so you have to look for spiritual compatibility first, because the spiritual compatibility is needed before emotional compatibility, because you cannot be unequally yoked with unbelievers. Remember, so if you develop emotions for someone who hates Jesus, how are you going to be in that union? You love Jesus and he hates Jesus, or she hates Jesus. So spiritual compatibility comes first. Secondly, emotional compatibility. This person must be somebody that emotionally is attracted to you. You are attracted to them. There must be some form of love, affection, eros, not agape alone. All right. Now, this person has agape naturally, but this person must be able to love you and feel something for you, feel sexuality for you. This is what I'm trying to explain. The third thing is you're going to look for what? Wisdom compatibility. All right. If you have spiritual compatibility and you have emotional compatibility, then there is wisdom compatibility. If there's no compatibility with wisdom, you guys are doomed. All right, you love solving problems by going practical to it, and this person loves solving problems by leaving it, let it solve itself. Or this person loves talking out issues, and then the two of you are just not understanding each other. Meanwhile, there is a strong affection for this other person. You feel aroused around them, you feel connected, you like their nose, their ears, and all those lovely things about them. But somehow these people cannot reason, cannot flow together intellectually. So if there is wisdom compatibility, then the next thing is to ask questions. Do you like sex? Because if this person doesn't like sex, why will you start dating someone who doesn't like sex? Because you know you like sex. All right. Go ask questions. Do you like sex? Are you sexually active? Do you have any sexual dysfunction? Have you been sexually active before? What was your experience in the world? Because definitely this person is not married, so he was in the world when he was misbehaving. So if this person happens to be a virgin, it's a different ball game. All right. Secondly, if this person's responses are to your satisfaction, all right, then no need to raise an alarm. But if the person's response are not up to your satisfaction, look for an authority that both of you are connected to. It could be your pastor, or it could be your marriage counselor, or it could be, don't go to parents. Parents have emotions, they cannot judge wisely. So go to someone who has no go to someone who has no family ties and reason this thing with the person. The person will be objective and help the two of you realize your goals. So the person is going to ask you, tell me the truth. Are you sexually active? Are you okay? What is your size? The person will know and be very sure that the both of you are okay. Now, there's another way you can go about this. For instance, there's no authority now. You can go to the hospital, get a medical doctor to examine the both of you. This is for my ladies now. You want to check if down there is very okay. The best way to do is not to check yourself, is to get a medical personnel to check for you, and the reports will be given to him, and he will share it with you, because there's no need to even further the relationship if he cannot trust you with the medical report. You understand, right? Why will you marry someone who cannot trust you with their medical reports? So this is the things that if you're going to marry someone who has a small distance, you should know and should be fully aware of it. Don't let anybody deceive you. All right, get a medical checkup. But if he can be free enough to tell you. Now, the next thing I want to say is that sexual satisfaction has less to do with the size of the man. Yes, it has less to do with it. Size is very important. I'm not saying that, but it has less to do with the size. And because of that, you may say, no, the size is too small, when you get to know the size from medical report or from confidential information. These are not things you go about telling people. Now, let me say I'm dating you and I tell you my size, just for you to be okay or to be transparent and for you to know what you're signing up for. Let me say my size is too small, for instance. Now, you're not supposed to go about telling people that this guy is too small, that's why I did not marry. No, you can just say we were not compatible. Nobody needs to know that secret. That's why this advice is for only for Christians. It's not for fools, for foolish people who drink and spill different secrets about their lovers. There are things I know about people, but I don't ever say them. They die with me because they were given to me in the place of confidentiality. So these are the things. See, if you are dating, be open. Open up, don't hide anything. But before you open up deep things, make sure you have journeyed into a place of what trust with that person first. All right, and you don't force yourself. Even if you've journeyed to the point of trust and somebody opens up on something that you don't like, don't force yourself to accept it. All right, the next thing I want to say is that seek help when necessary. For instance, you are married already and you discover that your husband's this thing is this thing. Don't just break the marriage. Seek help. If you cannot find help, then seek an authority to help you, guide you on what to do. God bless you. This is the Rabbi Studios. Follow us for more of intellectual and spiritual combination.